Welcome back to another vlog, and today we're going to be talking about dysfunctional breathing and how it might be the root cause of a variety of most common upper body problems, injuries and health issues. The problem with being a modern human is that our environment can exert a significant amount of forces on our bodies and causes us to become maladapted. So what do I mean by that? Is that we are a product of our environment. And so depending on how you breathe, whether it's shallow breathing or whether it's powerful breathing initiated by the diaphragm, will affect in the way our bodies interpret stresses. In short, poor spinal mechanics will affect how you breathe. And to give you an example of that is a person who has a C-shaped spine, neck forward, kyphotic spine, and will have a compromised diaphragm function, and which will make it harder for them to breathe in and harder to down-regulate and go into a relaxed state in the end. Your body interprets shallow neck breathing, which we typically observe in a sitting population and people who have dysfunctional breathing, as a cue to fire up fight or flight chemistry. Your body ability to recognize that stress breathing and react with appropriate stress hormones is a useful adaptation tool when you're fighting off a predator. But we are not in this environment anymore, and in fact we're sitting way too much and we are wrecking and changing our physiology significantly. The problem with our hijacked breathing plan is that we are practicing this dysfunctional breathing for around 20,000 times each day. If you understand hydraulics, you will quickly grasp how breathing should work. Your diaphragm is a primary breathing muscle. It is thin, wide-shaped muscle that separates the ribcage from the abdomen. It is a high dome shape that flattens out significantly as it contracts. And its high dome shape is more pronounced than most people would realize, and it is important to understand. And as the diaphragm contracts, it pushes down the viscera like a hydraulic plunger, like a piston in a cylinder. And because the watery viscera cannot be compressed, where does it go? Well, it has to get out of the way, and hence why our bellies expand, and it's important to breathe through the belly because you can only stretch the ribcage so much. So some of the reasons why we don't breathe diaphragmatically is smoking, medical condition, we're sitting too much behind the desk causing our spine to go forward and we cannot expand our bellies. Emotional stress is a huge one which causes us to become tense and tensing our abdominals because we are constantly advertised with the flat bellies and we are in vain and we are not comfortable of pushing our bellies out. It is also important to understand that diaphragmatic weakness becomes more pronounced as we grow older and is hard to regain without finding an appropriate and also regime of some sort of breathing technique or strategy like Wim Hof or other breathing techniques that are out there. So what muscles do we use when we breathe? So now we know that primary muscle when we breathe is the diaphragm. We are going to be using the muscles we call helpers. So what are the helpers? The helpers might be the scalenes, which is in your neck, just near your clavicle. We also use our abdomen. We use the pectoral minor, which is kicking in an emergency breathing. We also have the quadratus lumbarum, which is short for QL. We also use the V-shaped muscle in our neck, and we also use the intercostal muscles in between our ribs. The chronic overuse of scalenes and other respiratory muscles that we use to support dysfunctional breathing may lead to an injury in the form of metabolically and painful patches of muscles known as trigger points. And to finalize our conversation, I want to talk to you about the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is an important part of our parasympathetic nervous system, which directly links to our vital organs such as brain, heart, liver and stomach. Having a low vagal tone means that our vagus nerve is impaired in its functioning, which is a well-known cause of stress. This subsequently leads to many problems such as anxiety, depression, gut issues and inflammation. Stimulating your vagus nerve in a natural way can help you gain that vagus nerve functioning and improve the overall functioning of the body. The Wim Hof method is a natural way to stimulate your vagus nerve. So I hope you guys liked today's conversation about breathing. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below if you want me to cover any topics around health, nutrition, or movement. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time.